Right, the Manchester United 1-1 Fenerbahçe, a very disappointing draw, and what United looked like needed to get 3 points. We'll be talking all the individual players, scores, and what else went on in the game. I think it was a very, very interesting game from start to finish. I don't think United started it off in the greatest. I think we got into it more in the second half, and I think we did massively improve. But you look at the way that we have been performing these past few games, they haven't been good enough at all. And 3 games, 3 draws in the Europa League, 0, 5 goals scored, 5 goals conceded. It was a game which I think as the first half progresses, we looked like we were just going to get it over the line. We sounded out the first half fantastically well, keeping possession and really getting the game in our hands. Then the second half we bottle it. In terms of overall possession, Fenerbahçe had 51% to 49%, so it was very, very close. But I think we should have done way more than what we actually did to get the win under our belt, and was a very, very poor show for United. I think game management, I think on the United goal, very well worked goal, UGARTE wins the ball back in midfield. Then is on the transition, Xerxes has a big part to play, Mazraoui in the 10, which I thought was absolutely weird. I'll talk about that. I think Mazraoui in the 10 didn't work at all. I don't know what Ahmad may have done before, but even then, when you're looking to change the game, after 45 minutes, I would have taken off Mazraoui and put even Xerxes, Ahmad in that number 10 position. I don't know why Ten Hag didn't do that. Poor decision making again there. But yeah, the goal was very well worked by Manchester United. A great finish by ERIKSEN, who's looking to have who's had a great start to the season. He's improved his goal and assist tally. The goal by Fenerbahçe was just really poor defending. Lindelof just switches off, and honestly, we just takes a chance of the ball. I think that was kind of the big impact there. And what happened with that? I think another all positive thing in that first half, Fenerbahçe did have a few chances where kind of the low switched off, but I think it was a very, very good. I did see a lot more progression and building from the last game. I think there were nice patterns of play. There were patterns. We just couldn't really get an outlet for Garnacho. Rashford for me was very, very sharp. I think he had a very, very good game. Defensively very good. Almost scored a few goals as well. As I said, Garnacho has been a huge threat these last few games and has had a big impact for us. But I think we ultimately didn't do enough to win the game. Fenerbahçe didn't really offer much. They did have a few chances. I mean, what a double save it was by Onana. Absolutely brilliant. That probably gets us a point in the game. And doesn't save, and it saves us from more embarrassment. As I said, I think in midfield, I think UGARTE was absolutely fantastic. A contender for man of the match for me. His performance was superb with the goal line clearance, the tackles, the interceptions. He had a big part of playing the goal. As I said, a great finish by ERIKSEN in that top corner. As I said, it's weird why Ten Hag started Mazraoui in the 10. I don't know why I can go over that. In terms of any more positives I can think of, I think Xerxes was good. I think Hoyland, when he came off the bench, was good as well. Defensively, Delo, Mazraoui. I think defensively Mazraoui was really good, but I don't get why you put him in a 10 over players like Ahmad. You've got Xerxes, you can play there, even put ERIKSEN in there. Like, it made no sense. And we know we've seen him, Ten Hag has probably seen him play before there for Ajax, but still, it's a totally different way of playing. It's a big game. And you put in Mazraoui in the 10, there was no creativity coming from the midfield at all, and it was mainly just on the transition, and that is a huge worry there. If I would give any negatives, I think United were a bit sloppy. There were a few mistakes early on in the game. I don't think we simply created enough to score enough goals, and I think a draw probably is a fair result in all honesty in the game. I think we have to do more from now on going forward to really make an impact. Otherwise, we will struggle with the momentum, and we will struggle from game to game. We would have won that. Obviously, Lindelof could jump to get the ball. He just didn't try for it. But not a bad result there. And listen, I think we were good. If we win against West Ham, it'll obviously be a very, very good week, but yeah, Manchester United have won 7 of their last 22 games in Premier League and 1 in their last 11 games in Europe. That is shocking. That has to be improved. We failed to win in our last 6 European games since 1980 to 1983. Like, the stats are just not good, and 1 win in 7 is a sackable offence. Like, we've conceded another goal. Capitulation. Capitulation again. We shouldn't be losing games like this. We should be able to, once we score that first goal, go for the second goal, and kind of really change it and get the momentum. But we just couldn't do that. That's what we should be doing, and then we concede. Disappointing. Like, as I said, Onana saved us, but there weren't enough moments for us to go out and get the win. Yeah, 1 win in the last 11. People are saying get Ten Hag out, but listen, what do we do? We're 21st in the Europa League table. Like, we need to qualify for that at least. But yeah, very, very, very frustrating performance. I think we very easily could have got the win away. I thought UGARTE, as I said, was absolutely superb in that game and deserves a lot of credit. He has got a lot of criticism. But yeah, other than that, we didn't really play or do well enough. I wish Ahmad played more, to be honest with you. I think there's certain players in the team that didn't deserve to be started. I think Mazraoui, he just shouldn't have it. I shouldn't have Mazraoui. As I said, 2 points dropped again in Europe. I think Linda lost massively at fault, and that's why you can see Ten Hag decided to drop him, because it was a poor error from him. Just mediocre performance and an uninspiring performance. I think the stats were a bit close. Obviously, in the first half, they had the better stats. But yeah, ultimately for me, we just simply didn't do enough. They had more shots than us, probably more XG, if I get the stats up now. To 52 to 48% possession. We had more expected goals, more shots, and we had the same amount of shots on target. Like, it was just an even performance, and I think the 1-1 scoreline does massively replicate the result, and does favour it. I think on another day, United could have and should have got more goals, and that would have massively affected us. Then the games we've got coming up in the Europa League ain't too bad, to be honest with you, after this. If I look at the games quickly, PAOK, then we have Bodo, then we have Victoria Pleasant, and other games as well. But the next 3 Europa League games should be games relatively easy that we should be winning. But so disappointing. 3 points after 3 games, where I think we could have had maybe 6. We definitely should have won the 20 game. Definitely should have won today, so that could have been 6 from 9. But very, very disappointing. I'm hoping Ten Hag will improve us ahead of our next game. I think West Ham's going to be a tough game on the weekend. We must improve from here. But yeah, I think that's the big thing Ten Hag got wrong. Because not bringing on Ahmad earlier was very, very poor. Now what do? Shocking performance for me, absolutely poor. I think we must continue to go on though. I think there were progression signs. And we did look confident at moments, but simply just wasn't good enough for Manchester United. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.